second chance opportunity.
Proctor taking on Davis chest to chest. Gillis and looking for the slam. Maluach.
Another offensive rebound by Maluach.
It never got to the iron. Maluach will take a long one and bury it from three.
And why not?
On bench. Here's Proctor. Keeps on dribbling and
possession on the offensive end becomes extremely important. Trying to catch up to the Blue Devils.
Knipple again. Man, do they love to run that.
Very hard on that possession.
Knipple. A feathery pass. Maluach with a little hook to be. Much like Jalen Withers, for North Carolina. Yes. Lighten up as a Charlotte guy. One triple after another. Maluach! Under 4 minutes to go in Charlotte. Knipple. And a slam. George lost it. Knipple scoops. Maluach slams it down.
Proctor, no. Tip, yes for Maluach. From beyond the three, but makes a big one there. And again, there really hasn't been tremendous separation. However, his first rebound of the night. James ahead from Maluach. Catch, layup, good. 2-0.
Their offense is playing quick. Maybe not even a pass. They're being aggressive early. Heads
flag, the lob, and Maluach answers. Down the floor goes Flag. Lob. Khaman the hammer. And 2. Foster. Maluach.
Wait. Knipple. Down to Flag. Back to Knipple. Driving. Maluach. He'll finish.
Zone though. And just think about passing around that.
I want to see some diamond in one in the last 7 minutes. Maluach flush.
Proctor again down the lane. Left hand floater, no. Maluach there for the foul. 9 from the three-point line.
You know those 9 shots, Gus, Illinois, probably 5 of those shots were clean looks, not able to make it.
Knipple with the
Relentless with his practice habits.
Outlet pass, Maluach. Great catch. 78-47. Here's James driving. Proctor wraps it around, and one for Maluach.
Barcelona's 6'6", big, strong.
Just
doesn't shoot enough. Once again, you're shooting 41% for 3. You should be looking to let it go every opportunity you get. Oh, that's a great pass. And a great.
How talented you are. Yes, certainly Flag 1. Yes, Knipple 6. And yes, right there, the definition.
That's impressive as heck. 7:27 to go first half. Favorite Cameron Indoor. The inbounds and a slam.
45 years and changed the college basketball game, all because Red Auerbach got the best of you to train.
We're going to give her some PR because she deserves it.
Our camera guys are too good. Yeah, they're going to find you.
The pride. They sell what that jersey brings out. It brings commitment from everybody against them.
Flag again from Maluach.
And find his way truly to being part of this run for the Blue Devils. They're going to need him as this season goes along.
Couldn't finish. Great rotation by Duke. He got him wide open down low from Maluach.
And Maluach.
That's a frame he has.
1,001 career points for Lampkin. Congratulations to him.
Maluach. Blue Devils in transition. Maluach with the left.
Isaiah Evans is a flamethrower.
Turnaround by Flag. Maluach, another rebound.
You're not going to find any openings against this Duke defense because their help side is so good.
Knipple to Maluach.
35-24. Flag, nice dish downstairs.
Now they've had all year, and the guys paying them all for that.
Maluach's crowd is making a difference early on. The student sections in particular. Duke with a basketball. Foster trying to cut in. James over the top, and the slam.
Championships between those coaches, the countless Final Fours. And so there's in the starting lineup as Knipple finds Flag, he finds Maluach, and ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes, as it is 10 already in this game. There's still 3.5 to go in the first half. James, lob, Maluach. Courted by Shrewsbury. Knipple handling for the Blue Devils.
Almost like a zone look underneath.
And Flag having an enormous afternoon. Maluach having a pretty...
Ishmael Leggett out in the painted areas. We get a look at Duke's starting five. Sion James, that won the last 7 games with him at the pitch.
Straight wins, including a December win here at Cameron against number 2 Auburn. Getting inside.
To see him catch that ball with 2 hands. Better control. And at the other end, abuse. (37-30, 1:30 to go. Flag the alley-oop and a beautiful time. He's been in a big-time matchup against a top 10 team. Freshman from Turkey. And there's the alley-oop. Team, they have shown flashes of being able to hang in there. They're still going to be a formidable team in this ACC. You see another
To oblige as well. Absolutely. Yeah. Very few things is important about choosing.
Mason Gillis getting his first time.
Good defense. It's not easy to be a lottery pick. Another nice pass. It's about NIL right now.
Flag off the miss, couldn't finish. Maluach can. 400th game on staff today, John Shire. And Duke with him on staff, obviously under Mike Krzyzewski for most of those years. 3:08 and 91.
Try to shorten the possession, shorten the game, shrink the court as much as you can.
Maluach the lob and the finish.
41 in the game already this year, so that dude can score.
Blue Devils get it back, approaching 6 to play. Bailey second, the Southland Conference in scoring. Contested mid-range. Here's Knippel. Giant lead.
And it forces Duke to take the timeout.
Trapping at court pressure. Easy lob.
You're this close, and you shot 26% from the floor in the first half. Right, yes. So I don't know if the paint was falling off the wall in the locker room, but that works. Or no one can see him. He's like, oh, we probably have some replicas around, and there's probably some in the locker room. And that could be a full-time job, being the person that does.
The lob to Maluach and the hammer.
Maluach the screen. Proctor up top.
Come back and watch that game. He had a lot of open ones which John Shire said, we're good. We can live with that. Those are eventually going to go.
Yeah, 0 for 8 3, but he was happy with the 8 looks. And they were blown away by Knippel. And he's been much more than a shot maker for them in the early going.
Well, he was 0 for 8 in that game against Kansas and still controlled the game for Duke.
Maluach with a quiet night so far, 4 and 3 in 11 minutes. Flag will get it to him. That's not right.
They have Maluach. He grabs it and he throws it.
It's not easy to do. Knippel down to Flag. Maluach the rebound, and he's up. Corner to get into the lane. Good ball movement here by the Blue Devils, and Knippel, who is Duke's leading scorer in their first 2 games this year against Maine and Army. Wow. And
dig down and make you think as opposed to just instinctually make a play.
James drives it up top. Maluach score for Wofford. Terriers 3 for 15 early. Here's Maluach on the roll and finish. One side, 5 for 9 on the other. 15-2 Blue Devil run. James got tripped up into
Put pressure on him if you can. He's averaging over 4 turnovers, but he is an excellent passer.
Proctor's had a terrific first half. Floats it up. Maluach. Proctor driving on Brea. Pulls up. Off the front of the rim. Maluach. Knippel knocked away by Williams, but Knippel finds Maluach. So many good teams in that league.
Yeah, that's a monster. Boy, Cooper Flag's made so many plays right in a row. The assist.
around and out on Flag, kept alive by Gillis. Maluach throws it down. Knippel fading away, left it short. Offensive rebound to Maluach. Flag driving. Flag determined to
jump inside. Get a much needed 2 on offensive rebound.
Knippel, 31% on the season. Sion uses that body.
Shot clock at 2. Maluach with the rebound. Another offensive board for Duke. They're dominating there, Evans. And
operating inside, and Benny with the block. Flag from 3. Yes.
That's what he does. He takes it and goes.
Knipple, good look. And good for 3.
But
Maluach just right over the top of Mutombo. And then nobody guards. Knipple. Maluach. Proctor. Got it!
With a couple minutes and change go. 4 here in the semifinals. Tar Heels in need of a hot hand. Davis blocked by Maluach.
Warm up.
And Dongo on the drive. And nothing here for Duncan Powell went off for 21 against Virginia. Most of those in the paint. Maluach again. Musaf deep in the corner, trying to get around the hip of Knipple.
Always been. Focus on who's on the floor. We have to get Thompson. Felt they were way too tight on the offensive end and just playing more relaxed together.
Angel, and you know this very well, of course, after being, you think about Duke, they're just as good defensively as they are offensively.
Harris. Maluach says, not here.
It's small. Here is Maluach. Working into the lane, fall away on Maluach. Got Bob. A.J. Swinton, a leaner against Gillis. The rebound and had it rejected. Bethea, Johnson, Kidd, and Maluach side of the glass. I still like it. Well, Bethea's hit more threes today than the entire Illinois.
to avoid a spurt by Duke here, it could be blowout.
And it happens in every Duke game, right? There's going to be a point to where they get plays.
For Stojakovic against Evans, the freshman. Andre with the right hand, rejected.
The big shot, veteran player.
23 points. Zachary on the move, swatted away by Mark.
Class for multiple years. We'll have it again next year with Cameron and Caden Boozer. And he has a unique coaching ability.
Boy, they really contest shots and make you take a lot of tough twos.
Lubin trying to post on Maluach. Back out to Cadeau. Shot clock at 7. The drive, and it's
Dallas 8 points. He came in averaging 9. And they needed somebody to really explode.
4 ACC losses already. A great opportunity with North Carolina coming into their building.
Maluach staying home, got the deflection. Picked away. Hildreth with the theft. And the hard-nosed point guard. Nice feed. And a block by Maluach.
And nailed that one from the corner. And BC wants to push the tempo. And has it blocked
on the floor. They're going to see a lot of that when they play Illinois. Illinois loves that bully ball back down.
Davis is 31-4. Big time matchup tomorrow night in the NBA.
They're trying to continue to cut in and the block.
Oh boy, no ankle breaker there, but you got to finish that, right? Swatted away.
Look where the ball is with under 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep. On the drive, this is Tyler Johnson. Had it blocked. Maluach. 3 minutes and change gone in the opening half. Hammond inside. Poteet. Oh, to go with his 8 points.
Well, James is one of those guys who really helps you, and he helps you even if he doesn't score.
Whoa. Emulate. Final 2.5 minutes of the first half. Duke on top 23-16. That is
opening play with a back screen to an empty backside, and Cooper Flagg put
the nipple trying not to give Brea any room at all. Williams banging with Maluach. And
Blue Devil, and here comes Maine.
Davis, Jalen Withers, and Ty Claude. First and only year here at Carolina. His 4th school was with Georgia Tech last year. He'll get the start
of the hotel. 5 for 6 from 3. He's got 16 in the first half, and Maluach knocked it out of bounds.
The judgment free zone, bro.
Boeing Maluach deflects it. And